This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're off and running from Raymond James. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Coming out, throwing is Baker. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle and be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
Down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Mayfield. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down.
Byron Murphy.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14.
At the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta, then nobody wants it.
It's complete downfield to Godwin. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44.
That's good.
How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got 1st and 10 at the 44.
180. Hey, alert 33. Stop.
Throwing, Baker. He's still going to the 30. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Hurry, hurry! 180! What's up?
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Baker now from the gun. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's brought down at the line. There's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Point it right, point it. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Regular. What's up?
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That was too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Hey, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed. All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Broken out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Finds the in route complete. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Handoff to Walker from the gun. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. With a quick pass out line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. Making some progress here. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up to the 40-yard line.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
It isn't moving up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 16 at the 34-yard line.
Watch out!
Mayfield now from the gun. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Bucs have the first.
First and 10 at
And we
the
are still
46-yard
waiting for
line.
the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning.
Alert, alert, alert,
We're
alert!
from Raymond James Stadium coming up.
180! Alert, alert! Watch out!
First down, here's Baker. Makes the grab and bounds offside. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven
17
out.
more yards.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
At the 29-yard line.
180! Real. Point it right. Watch out!
From the gun, Mayfield. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on second.
At the 33-yard line.
Hey, 180!
Baker now. Pitch man left side, Marabuka. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
A gain of
A pickup of 17.
yards.
And the Bucs have the first.
Buccaneers first down.
Hurry!
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here's the give to Irving. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Start!
Here's Baker to throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over first
Hey,
and
Kate,
10.
you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got a consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. More left side caught by Shaheed. He's going to have them up to that 23. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They got 21 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. From the gun, Darnold. That's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35.
First and 10, Darnold. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
That's another Seahawks.
And again, it's Darnold. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays where they're just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get in the rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. The third quarter is going to start with a run by Walker. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That play made by Jacob Parrish.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Darnold now to throw. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
Walker on first down. Breaks attack. He's still going. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense. Trying to chew on that play.
So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
He's really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
We go, set.
Staying with Walker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality game, and it moved the sticks.
First down, Seattle.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
We go, set.
Darnold. Short pass brought in. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11.
14. Buccaneers 3. Jason Myers to kick off.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
Good stick. 180. Kings. What's that?
Mayfield will look to throw. That time, this is Ibuka. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Big gain,
yards.
14 on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Point it right,
First and 10 at the 40-yard line. Kings.
That.
Here's Baker. He's holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 6. Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 34-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
Brought down by Ernest Jones. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd.
We'll see what they
6.
come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Point it right. Third. Run. Watch out.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He got his man. It's on him. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense in the hurry up here.
And a first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10. It's Mayfield. Fits it through the middle. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch. So give him, it looks like the 27 on that completion.
19 more yards. That's another Buccaneers first down.
Baker throwing again. Hits him on the out route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
12 more yards.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down.
Hey, alert
First
33.
and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Once more, it's Mayfield. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Baker leading the Bucs up to the line. They're going for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
What's up?
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late.
The score, Seahawks 14.
Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
So we're down to a 3-point game, and now going to try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. Walker now from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Ball with a quick pass out line. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw. That's caught. Here's a Royal. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
This is Walker on second. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Gonna need more of those as they trail by a score.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. Didn't do it there.
Throw right side, finds Cup. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Ready!
Setting up to pass. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers, they're first. A touchdown will put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Quick throw, pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. And that goes out through the end zone. So a costly turnover, a would-be touchdown. Gonna be a touchback instead. Ball coming out to the 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
180! Kings! Done!
Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
Hurry! 180! Hey, alert!
Here he is to throw. Getting out to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Pistol. 180! Done!
He looked to throw it. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Hey, alert 33. Good. 180. Up. Done.
Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
180! Regular. Real.
Going again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield escapes the pocket. Mayfield's able to get him the first down before sliding to a stop. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. From the gun, Mayfield makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
Forced that to his right. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 180! Hey, alert, 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 alert! What's up?
Now to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
perfect late autumn night. No better place to be than Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gund and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they're getting down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Brissett going to go to the air right away. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 7.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he can get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
They go play action with Brissett. That is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Amari DiMercato. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Second and 10.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarter.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there on a 1st down again. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. from the gun. Here's Brissett. And he's got it. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that and continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And the Cardinals will go in 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals.
A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. In motion is Westbrook-Akina. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good
for a lot of guys playing this game. There's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now a 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Achane. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot, versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen. Rachel has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
So
on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Greg George deep for Arizona. Spinning away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over first and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
To throw is Brissett. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
It's out. It's loose. One of the linemen on the other side has got it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. Tua. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Tua going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins Dolphins are an extra point away now for tying this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They fight forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 29, here's second down and 7. The give is to DeMercado. And they'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Brissett. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Play action now. Brissett. Open man is Higgins. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Brissett. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That's good for 28 yards.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On the handoff, it's DeMercado. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's DeMercado. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Brissett. He'll try and do this himself. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
First down. 1st and 10.
I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at an all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's Knight on the handoff. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
That's good.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Running, DiMercato. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
A run, it's DiMercato. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. "7-7", our score after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Here's Brissett. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Brissett sets to throw it. They'll set up the screen to DiMercato. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Good reaction miscommunications there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? To throw, Brissett. And they're going to get to him. A sack back at the 9-yard line. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Tua. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open net is Waddle complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Play fake, Brissett. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Up the middle, Ochan. Good full look at the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Dolphins, 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right? But I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That's good.
Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Ochan.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump
Which is an
here.
infraction. Defense.
So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, is
Automatic
it usually
1st down.
3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Now Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
It's a loss of 8.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Patterson's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Brissett now. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On the ground, it's DeMarcano. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Cardinals first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. This is taken in by McBride. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming, hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
H.N. gets it from the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of
a Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tua sets up to pass it. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Sets up
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Jacoby Brissett back out for his guys' next possession. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this first half, as he'll try again on 1st down here. Now Brissett. Got his man. It's Dortch. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. To throw is Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher. You know you got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Gonna look deep for Wilson. This one incomplete. Almost picked out by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The third quarter begins with a run by H.M. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On play action, here's Tua. He'll dump this off to H.M. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Man, he hits him in stride. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And we'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing, Brissett. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. Pass complete there to Harrison. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
That one to the right side and incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He'll try and do this himself.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Return that time, gets 12 yards back. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Let's start on the ground here on 1st down. And that play goes absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. backfield.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. But they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kenneth Grant breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Brissett. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Arizona. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Miami set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Play action. Now it's Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
34 yards. That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A run straight ahead with A-Chain. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Tua. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. The Cardinals offense with Jacoby Brissett getting ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Brissett. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. The Cards get to it here. He's brought down for a sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Walter Nolan in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here comes Dortch on the return. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Brissett. He'll give this to DiMarcano. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Brissett now. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over in that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That is caught. And he's going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
We'll get this up to about the 44.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. A run with Knight. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by him.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Kenneth Grant able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. As it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a job and give his leg a rest. I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 40 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Off the play action. Tugged by Lowe. Pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Baron Browning just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Achane. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. So out now come the Cardinals. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together. Here's a Florida native from up in Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. And boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here now, 2nd and 4. On the carry, here's Knight. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
This is Knight. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Carter straight ahead. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zonovan Knight taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Baron Browning, his 2nd sack of the night.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to pass. Tua.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move into 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
Will Johnson there on the coverage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 17. Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Walter Nolan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in check.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Bam Knight with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cards have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down. And after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Ryland on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Cardinals 31.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And out come the Dolphins now.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. Slot man moves right. On play action, here's Tua.
That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
That's good for a
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. But
all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Westbrook-Ikhine,
53 yards.
and the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
as a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Dolphins 17.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start this drive with a handoff to Carter.
He's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
7-yard gain.
7 yards there and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass him. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. On the gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They go play action with Brissett. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
It's ninth. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On third down, Knight calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So on fourth down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Cody Simon, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. So it's a win here for the Cardinals, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From South Florida, good night, everybody.